it took on shape and form, and it took on the supreme state and form.
Right.
And became that original man.
I mean, you know, the idea that it says that Allah will choose the best place to reside in, or the best part. And if we can imagine that, okay, well, Allah choose us to reside in, then we must be the best part. You know,
God keep the best for himself.
right? I mean, it's basic, but sometimes it's so basic that it'll trip people up. You know,
Nobody wants to give the credit to you.
right?
They want to talk about reptilian. I mean, that's the most dumb shit in the world. Because that was a fact, nigga. All the alligator shoes, coats, and belts you niggas got. If they come in, they come to kill y'all.
Right, right.
Because you done wiped out their ancestors.
Right. You know, sometimes people have a lot of challenges with metaphor and understanding. When someone uses the animal metaphor, they're going to use animal metaphors because animals tend to be much more obedient to their nature than us. So it's not for you to necessarily see that's that Western thought, man. Like even their cartoon heroes, Spider-Man and Alligator Man, like it's this blending of the animal and the human that they see as superior. That's not superior. You looking at the animal to look at faculties within yourself because it's been obedient to it. A lion ain't gonna start acting like a bunny rabbit. So you can always study a lion and learn something.
Lion, cheetah, jaguars, and panthers are all cats.
Right.
All in the same family.
Right.
But you never mix with each other.
Good point. Just like a zebra ain't gonna mix with a giraffe. Right.
Elephants don't fuck with folks.
Right. Good point.
They'll die first.
Right.
Because they intrinsically know that wipes out their own species.
Mm-hmm.
So they refrain from it.
Right.
That's not racism or prejudice.
Right.
That's
self-preservation.
Natural law of the universe.
Right.
That which is will always be. That which is not will never be.
Right.
So they're trying to introduce all these new things to people. And people are beguiled because this fake, old, outdated technology that they got up there now. You see, if he's been here 6,000 years, and of the 6,000, only the last 2,000 has he been doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And he's come up with these toys, and you've been here forever. What you found?
Right. Right. But you know, see, every group of people has their genius and they have their insanity. And our insanity has always been that we're not a people of memory. We're a people of great emotion and great excitement. You know, but 1 week later, we don't remember. Like everybody talking about R. Kelly right now. Give it 10 days. They're going to forget everything about, you know, we're not a people of memory. You know, so when you talk about, well, hey, what was we doing before 2000? I don't know. I ain't thinking about it. I'm thinking about what I'm excited about right now.
Yeah. Like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they feminize everything.
Right.
Trying to take you off your square.
Right.
How can a woman tell me how to be feminine when I'm the ex and the wife?
Mm-hmm.
All she is the ex.
Right.
She can't get me out of her.
Right.
But I can get you out of her, out of me, and get her out of me.
Right.
So now, we're going to show you who was here first. The old question that said, what came first, the chicken or the egg? You know damn well the chicken was first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now the next question becomes, where did the chicken get?
Right.
The rooster. So, back to humanity.
Right.
The greatest society in the world is called a kingdom. Named after a man.
Right.
Largest house in the world is called a mansion.
Right.
After a man. They cannot escape these realities that are about to tear this world apart. Because when truth comes, and not falsehood bring them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't come to be friends. Socialize, hang out, partners, have dinner. No, man, we can't do nothing together.
Mm-hmm.
One of us got to go. This is why they don't like the message of teaching, because it's just cut and dry.
Well, it's that idea too, man, of coming in rain, sleet, hailstorm. You know, so it's like we tried to rain the knowledge on you, then we gave you some sleep. And now, you know, we're going to have to move as that fine mist that's barely detectable by the eye. We're going to have to come as that hailstorm now to penetrate.
Rain, snow, hell, and earthquake.
That's right.
All the above is called by the Son of Man. Ain't no mystery
Right.
about this.
Right.
The devil knows this.
Well, you know, one of the key things with men, you know, a lot of people talk about men's ability or like obligation to provide, but a man's, one of his prime obligations is to penetrate. He penetrates the woman. So no matter what, he gonna cut through you. So it's like the messenger would give information and say, listen, take it or let it alone. You know what I mean? But here, boom, he take the sword, cut you in half, and then you decide if you want to stay open and dissect yourself or close yourself back up and deny. You know what I mean? But our job is to penetrate with the truth, man.
That's why. I look at the message now. That's the whole world.
Okay.
I know that they don't.
Well, you know, it's a different thing, man, when you got a man who comes and tells you, or not tells you, but necessarily comes as that Christ and tells you that God was here. You know, it's just hard for people to wrap their heads around that. You
Only
know?
because they still love the Lord.
Right.
Had they not have that love for the devil, they're so themselves. But when the messenger came, he called it a ripple in the universe.
Right.
Things got separated. His job was separation.
Yeah.
Things discriminately finite.
Right.
That's why the last book in the Quran is called Discriminator. El Furqan. This is going to clear all this shit up.
Right.
No more gray area.
Right.
Now you either with
Or you're not. Right.
There ain't nothing else.
Right.
I don't care if it's a baby, my grandmama, my mama, my father, or my children. Pick that side.
Well, it's like the messenger said. He said, Islam is easy. You know, he said, because Islam is your nature. So it's the difficulty is living it out. But he said to come back home or to be a part of it or to join the nation is an easy thing because it doesn't go against your nature. But you've been taught, you like he said, you say you love everybody, but you don't love yourself. So you lying. You're a hypocrite, which is the worst thing. So it's hard for you to come back home and to come back to a system that's your nature because you hate yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Why you hate yourself? Because the devil taught you.
Because the devil, because he gave you nothing.
Wrong food.
Right. Right.
So your brain ain't never getting the rest.
Right.
And when Master Muhammad gave them lesson about it, people didn't pay attention. They were put in perfect English.
Mm-hmm.
This is why when we heard it, that shit
It caught you immediately.
Now we had many leaders
Right.
before Messenger, but they didn't have the solutions to the problem.
Right.
They had information,
Right.
but
It wasn't relevant.
Muhammad came to the solution to the problem.
Right.
Straight up truth.
Right. Right.
Right.
Right.
I say, what can you do?
You already know what the game was from 1974.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We respect you as our brother because you don't throw house business out.
That's right.
You won't do that. But behind closed doors,
Everybody know what time it is.
they should.
Right.
Because I heard the minister say, Hafiz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Hafiz.
On DVD.
Yeah, no expectation. You know, especially coming, sometimes everybody is gonna click.
So who you thinking, you know, all this time? Yeah, what was your allegiance? Huh. But you know, part of that is that 1975 is not to 78 when the nation did fall and, you know, there was a dispersion. You know, so
that actually happened in 74.
74 before he transitioned.
Before the messenger left. Remember, while he was trying to come back in the nation,
Right.
he kept saying, no,
Right.
I can't do that.
Right.
He said, if the leaders want to do that, that's what I'm doing.
Right.
So in 74, the minister called a special meeting, and he introduced Shabazz. You now the messenger said, you want to come and destroy the nation.
was identifying the Judas. Right.
This is 7 foot. This is before the messenger.
Right.
So you was a hypocrite all along.
Mm-hmm.
Or he feels yours like this.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
You took that focus.
Right.
You can't properly believe.
That's right. Yeah. Until you properly believe.
So, take the messenger.
Yeah, that level of militancy, man, is it's all but dissolved.
And we don't want to hear them. We don't want to hear them teach. We fell in love with personality.
Right.
And not teaching.
Well, it goes back to the same thing. Being a people of great emotion. If you preach to me, I'm gonna love you.
That's
You know what I mean?
when he came back. He was a vanguard.
Right. Right. Yeah.
This is what Aaron did when he went against Moses. He got down with his sister.
You got with your sister, right? Same vibration, that same emotional vibration.
He fulfilled it. He can't fulfill that history. History is 25,000 years in advance.
Right.
So you have no choice about this.
To fulfill it.
Allah said, "Was made 100 every evil thing, every time like this."
Right.
You don't do it. Then makes you say the messenger still alive and you look at him on the mothership. So how did you get on the mothership if that's true when you were over 150 pounds? But then we see him turn around and say that the messenger is here.
Right. But you know what? The best member or the best civilization of a best member of a civilization and a dictatorship is an uninformed one. So people, because that memory is not active, they're not going to put two and two together. So any twist and turn you take, they're going to say, okay, we going here now, we going here now. They're not going to look at the history of decisions and say, wait a minute, this ain't adding up.
That's why they tell the brothers in the house, when God had the brothers in the desert, talk with us.
Right.
We know this.
Right.
And some of us is right there with the meeting and shut it down. So we saw it. We did it.
Right.
May 24th, 1986, we all took the same person down. That took number 7. 2 Jews in the middle. And that was pure gold.
Right. Right.
And you're all so. Now you're coming back to rebuild. But you know,
right.
back to rebuild.
Right. But see, like I said, man, a wise man only needs a hint. You know, so you're going to give foolishness to the fools. And a wise man, even within the midst of your corruption of trying to beguile them, the wise man is still going to pick up a gem and say, oh, wait a minute. I mean, how many people actually grew up in the church and decided one day to really read the book and was like, yo, this dude was lying up here and left? Because a wise man only needs a hint.
And then, it's the most widely read book, but if he hasn't who's the author.
Right. Ask him what the title means. Or how is it that Moses wrote about his death? He wrote the first 5 books and wrote about his death in the book. That don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's a lot of unanswered things. But again, a wise man will see that and say, okay, something's missing. Something's off here.
See, that's why it's only going to be that 5% of the population. 144,000.
Right. And you know what, really? When you look at that, even it's 5% of the 5%. Because even within that 5%, you still got that same sequence. Right. Even inside the 5%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I just explained to the brother, you can say 5%. You say 5%.
5%, right.
And y'all changed the flag. Y'all change the flag. How many symbols is that? 3. Sun and stuff.
Sun and stuff.
The moon sees.
Right.
You have to see this.
Right.
That's why the messenger never allowed them to wear this international.
Yeah.
And then he told us, he said, look at the headdress. What is it shaped like?
It's there.
Man means mind, M-I-N-D. And it's by way of the mind that everything comes into existence.
Right. Everything formulated.
And we can control all of this.
As long as the mind is ordered. Because you could have a disordered mind, so what you're going to create is confusion and a disordered reality.
That's why we have to, the messenger said, this time around we must eliminate the Yah regime.
Mm-hmm.
We must kill that gene. Otherwise, our brothers and sisters will continue to want to reinvent.
Right.
They want freedom, but they don't want freedom without them.
They bring it right in with it. Yeah.
2/4 is not occupied the same space.
Right.
Somebody got to.
It's an either or.
There ain't no gray area no more.
Right.
That's the purpose of the truth knocking falls to the brain down. Now you see. And if you go that way, you consider that too.
Right. But see, you know what? It's that establishment, because like the messenger also said, your environment will always outrule your nature. Right? So if you continue to immerse yourself in a dysfunctional environment, it doesn't matter how divine your nature is, you're gonna succumb to it. So when you look at, like you said, who's in office right now, who's in that seat right now, that's the jinn. You're supposed to have control over the jinn. So you decided you wanted to coexist with it and reproduce with it, allow it to spread, so now it's going to overcome your divine nature.
What you sow, so
shall you reap. Right.
And it's coming down the wire like that. They don't understand it. Denying the message is the worst thing you could do. They can do that.
Mm-hmm.
He never once said, oh, Mr. Muhammad, you're alive.
Right.
Not once.
Right. In fact, it was the black preachers who was like, oh, he preaching hate and I don't agree with everything he needs.
Prophet said, Mr. Muhammad, I studied the Bible all my life. I ain't never heard you talk like that. Messenger said, yeah, but I was taught by God.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say that.
Right.
They understood. He doesn't lie to that.
Right.
Every Jewish synagogue had a chair at the head of the table with a white sheet over it. Allowed you to see. They all know who the messenger was. The mafia considered the messenger the Godfather.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a God.
He was untouchable.
The
Right.
God.
Right.
Hands off.
Yeah.
Don't even think he gave a hookah to the world. Told all of America. Hands off.
And that wasn't a big secret. You know, that wasn't something they were ashamed of. Yeah.
They knew.
Mm-hmm.
He got past all our shit.
Right.
You said COINTELPRO pro just for this day.
Right.
And he got past it.
Right.
And nothing you do about it. You said, look, if you die, you will step down. You can flip it to religion.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Right. Yeah, when it was reclassified as religion, that's when, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Those are in documents now. Those statements that when it was reclassified. Yeah. Because I know Farrakhan spoke about that. You know. Well, of course. Right.
And brothers got to stop acting like you can't do nothing wrong. Nobody can do nothing wrong.
You know, you got to be able to, you know, if you apply to mathematics, that's the reality. You know, God has a religion. His religion is mathematics. That's what the messenger taught. So if you just apply the basic mathematics and look at the historical equation, you'll see a lot of wrong that was done. You'll see a lot of things that were dismantled. You know what I mean? By now, there should have been, I mean, the idea of someone studying for 40 years before they even teach you, right? So just the idea of how much work went into being the messenger, being able to deliver what was delivered. You know what I'm saying? Then a lot of that was dismantled.
And in the 3.5 years he studied, those who have studied 40 years cannot even come near that.
Mm. Right.
Can't come near it. Now what they're trying to do is replace message for Muhammad with a messenger.
Right.
And replace the messenger.
Messenger with Farrakhan. Yeah.
Ain't gonna work.
No.
Ain't gonna work.
Right.
those of us who know the truth,
Right.
put his hand for that shit.
Right.
We ain't gonna come in your house and bother y'all. But don't come the fuck out here running that bullshit.
Well, you know what? It has to happen because as long as you build it in that house, you're destroying other places. Basic mathematics. So, what we do inside the house is a disruption to the society. We are destroying things, so it has to be dismantled.
Yeah, and the messenger said there's gonna come a day when brothers gonna come in the house to their bedroom. They're
Right.
gonna excuse the guests.
That's the war
Close
pheasant.
the door.
Right. Right. I mean, you remember when he went to Newark and taught him what that was? You know, when he went into the Moorish temple and said, let me explain that fez to you. Let me explain to you what you're wearing. You know.
And Nation of Islam wasn't the first temple man for Muhammad set up.
Mm-hmm.
In 1910, he had a large temple set up.
Right.
And all they were was faiths.
Right.
That's why the main names in America that they know to be on they Ali, Muhammad, and Shabazz.
Right.
They know the Shabazz they can't control.
Mm-hmm.
And Shabazz don't allow nothing other than Shabazz to rule.
Right.
That's why Granddaddy Shabazz separated himself from his other 11 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the only one that could look down the line of time 50,000 years. None of them, not even 23 scholars and scientists, could do that. So none of them got what we're doing.
Right. Same lineage. For sure.
That's why the message is research. Lost and found nation in the wilderness of North America.
Right.
Aboriginal members of the God tribe Shabazz.
Right.
Now, if you come from somewhere else, take it up with Allah. Because he laid the foundation.
Right.
Don't get upset when we tell you, no, man, this ain't for you.
Same for you, because he chose a nation. When you're saying lost and found nation and I'm coming to resurrect the nation, it's much different than resurrecting an individual. It takes a whole different type of chi to resurrect the nation.